In the year 2028, one Big Mac will equal $1 million. From the Gospel of John McAfee. Bro, just learn to code. The Project Freedom Podcast.
Boom, and welcome to the Project Freedom Podcast, episode number 40. Ask me anything, guys. Meta Mondays, y'all know the drill. So go ahead, ask me a damn question. But first, I will check in with Z-Chat, and I apologize. I had to push the stream back again. I know, guys. I know. I was on Andrew from Legal Mindset's channel. We had a nice stream going on over there. So go ahead and check his channel out, Legal Mindset, and look at his most recent video. We talked about Coinbase, SEC, FUD, things that are involving cryptocurrency and legalities behind them. Go ahead, guys. Give him subscribe to. I know Andrew personally. He is literally my actual lawyer in real life, not in a video game. Check him out. Saint Chocolate in the chat. Saha, dude. What is up? My friend from Alaska. Very, very far away. Claybuster. He's on with Andrew Esquire right now. Yes. Alice Contazos. What is up, Spartans? Spartans day number 13. We're almost 2 weeks into Spartan September, guys. 2 weeks into Spartan September. And guys, I have to make a confession, guys. I have to make a confession live on air. I broke a rule of Spartan September. Okay. Last Friday, I had 2 1/2 White Claws. All right. Okay. I had a good reason to, but quite frankly, I also just wanted to do it. But guys, hear me out. Okay, but I have to say, I have done enough to where it, enough positive forward momentum this month to where that, pennies in a bucket. Am I suggesting you guys do the same thing? No, but hey, if you guys did mess up, you need to confess your sins. Okay, you need to confess your sins because you will only be free when you release the truth. So thus, I had to tell you guys. But. And also, guys, I hardly ever drink. Like in the year 2020, I probably drank. And I would say this 2020 was a heavy drinking year for me. I probably drank under 20 times. It's probably actually under 10 times, to be completely honest with you guys. But I'm just saying 20 to be throw a little extra padding there. Claybuster says, "I've done 2 out of 3 this evening. Good. 1 more to go, right?" Alex says, "Cool." Sam saying yes sticker. And then me, right there, saying yes. Cody Moose in the Who's. What is good, fellow rug artists? Man, I'm starting to get pretty good at the reverse rug pull, guys. Don't forget, DDIRR. Delay, deny, ignore, resist, refuse. And actually, guys, the real OGs, there's actually a third R behind there. And the real OGs know the third R stands for rug. Delay, deny, DD, delay, deny, ignore, refuse, resist, and rug. Claybuster says, all good. Cody Moose, killing Spartan's timber. Did you hear anything from the interview? Yes, Cody. Did you hear anything from the interview? Your boy Cliff says, what's up? What's up, Cliff? Joe, in the hoose. Sup? What's up to you too? My friend M. Sup, MLP. What is up, M? New Horizons by 2028. The term dollars might be gone by then. And we'll see. We'll see. I think they'll still be around. I just think that there will most likely be a tokenized form of them, and they'll just not be as they won't be used for savings. That's for sure. Cody Moose says, Clay, not anything yet from either. They said it was probably be a few days. Yeah, that's pretty normal too, Cody. Pretty normal. Antonio in the hoose. Sup, guys? Getting ready for tropical storm here in Houston. Yeah, I saw that coming over there. It is just a tropical storm, but I hope you'll be okay. And Antonio, if you're not, I have a nice condo over here without air conditioning. If you want to come, although by Wednesday I should have air conditioning, so you know. New Horizons also says, eLive program, what programming languages do you suggest? I know a bit about Python and Node. What do you suggest? Well, how much do you know about, I guess, both Python and Node? It would be better, in my opinion, for you to just simply get a solid grasp and understanding of just basic programming fundamentals, irregardless of the language. I like JavaScript, so Node would be completely fine for you to like go ahead and use that as a mechanism to learn. But if you do want to go into a new language, it would be a little bit different from what you're doing now. But literally any sort of like true blue hardcore object oriented programming language, and I would say personally I like C# better. But I think C# has a less of a use case. So I would look into Java, bro. Look into it. And you could do, I mean, you don't really need to download like Eclipse IDE to do it. You could just like go ahead and write some basic Java classes and any kind of text editor you want. You just need to go, actually New Horizons, all you need, bro, all you need is to download the Java virtual machine and the Java JDK. I have a YouTube video on how to download the Java JDK that I made for certain people, but you can go ahead and look for that video and it should help you out. Christian Soda says, let's go. You spelled it wrong. It's G-A-U-X, dude. Come on. Don't you forget that I'm from Louisiana? I'm just a small town Southern man. Coilia says, what up? OG Nick here. What is up, OG Nick? I need to pass you a wrench, dude. I will pass to you, but let me. It'll be after the stream though, okay? But now I know who you are, OG Nick. Just subscribe to Legal Mindset. Good. He's a good friend of mine too. I know him IRL, not just in the video game, not just in the MMORPG video game that we always give information about. Christian Soda says, I would have had 12 claws with no AC. Yeah, but then if you would have gotten that drunk, then you would have been like profusely sweating and you would have like fallen asleep in a pile of sweat, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. New Horizons. Oh, and where do you suggest to find blockchain programming or other such things? What do you mean to find blockchain? Like, do they find like a resource for it? Is that what you mean? Or do you mean just like to look into it? Because we at Developer Direction, we have a blockchain fundamentals course, but we're not going to have that one probably until honestly, like probably like November. So other than that, there is a guy called Dap University on YouTube. He's got some pretty good tutorials, but listen, especially if you're dealing with like Solidity and smart contracts using Solidity, it's hard to learn that stuff when you don't really already have a decent base level understanding of code. So that's why, I'm going to plug myself here shamelessly for the first time ever. God forbid. But I mean, we actually do run that one to bring people up to speed who don't really have any programming knowledge. But if you can, check him out. And then in all honesty, man, like if you're learning a certain tech or a certain language, the documentation is important. And Solidity has very bad documentation. So it might be tough, but at least if you learn a little bit, it's better than nothing, right? Sam says, Jeffrey saying nope sticker. Christian Soto says, Jeffrey saying yes sticker. New Horizons. I did it again, guys. I still have a frog in my front. New Horizons says, I've been touching on programming for 18-ish years. Nothing professional, just randomly playing around. Okay, then you probably would have enough to be able to go ahead and do Solidity. Alex says, yeah, how do you get the basics of coding down so all languages are learnable? Well, it's not really like, let me see if I can like find a way to like phrase this in like a few sentence answer, because I don't think I can just do this in a few sentences. But like basically what you need to do is first realize, and if you don't know this, now you will, that all programming languages for the majority, majority, 99, as Dan Pena would say, 90.9.999% are all fundamentally the same because they all run off of computers, and computers are all bound by this thing called hardware. So they all have like processors, random access memory, solid state memory, and or some sort of long-term memory storage location. So the way that we interact with these computers to let them do things and to execute instructions is kind of the same. So basically all languages have variables, all languages have data, all languages have like a way that you type them, and all languages have like basic logical logic control flow statements and stuff like that. So like what you would do, Alex, is you would pick just one thing and like focus on it for a bit, and you hit all those parts that you need to hit. And then when you get to the second language, you're going to be like, these are kind of like, there's a lot of things that are similar here. In fact, it's actually like I'm doing the same thing. It's that there's only like small nuance differences in between. So just what you would, in actuality, the actual answer, Alex, I guess would be just pick one thing and stick with it for a bit and do some projects with it. And then after you've done a few, and I'm not talking about like one or two, a few projects in it, then go on and move to a second language, and then you'll realize what I'm saying. Go. Geaux. Yes. OG Nick. Koida. Yes, sir. Sounds good. Yes, indeed. New Horizon says, I just figured I would think about Python since it has a lot of popularity in use cases. Yeah, it does, but it does. And it's actually a fun language, and it's very powerful. I would say I would consider Python to be swift, and it can be expressly typed. Although expressly typed isn't really a definition, but I'm just literally giving it I'm calling it expressly typed, right? But like at the end of the day, Python is just kind of like, it's more than just this, but it's kind of just a scripting language. So you want to have your hands on like multiple types of languages. You want to have your hands on a scripting language. You want to have your hands on some object-oriented programming languages. You want to have your hands on some data manipulating languages like SQL, literally any flavor of SQL, yada da. Christian Soda says, Josh, do you know if I have to copyright a name for a website, or is that something else I need to do? Do you mean like for the URL? Because no, then you would just have to get the domain name. But let's just be like, actually, I'm not going to say that domain name because that's a domain that I want to buy, and it's not bought yet. So I won't tell you guys this, but let's just say you find the domain name jeffreythedog.com. Well, you would own that domain name when you paid for it, but that doesn't mean that like some like, I don't know, Target or like they're not around anymore, Toys R Us. It doesn't mean like Toys R Us or Target wouldn't just be like, oh, now we're gonna make Jeffrey the Dog toys. And then in that case, then if you want to make sure like whatever product you're selling is based off of that name, then yeah, you want to get a copyright at that point. And by the way, copyrights are a pain to get. Anthony Peterson says, good evening. Good evening to you as well, my friend. New Horizons says, yes. Look into it or finding development resources. Good indeed. All languages are slightly different or really different. Some suck. Some are easier. Yeah. Like when they do have their differences, being really different, like the way that you still use logic control and logic flow, that is still the same. Languages have different nuances and have different like quote unquote use cases. Although people sometimes ignore that and they would just use the language for whatever they want, and maybe they'll use a language for something that it shouldn't be used for. And that goes with like computer science principles in general. Like sometimes, like you guys are familiar with microprocesses. Some applications should not be microprocess driven. Like it's just like it doesn't make sense, but some definitely do. Sam says, if we could get Jeffrey the Pitbull as a guest, that would be great. Let's do it. Bring him on, perhaps. Bring him on, perhaps. Try to learn JavaScript. It's based on C, which can transfer a lot other platforms. Yes. Wade Emery in the house. Hey, Wade. Sam also says, hey, Wade. Okay, then I guess I should start with the front end web development. Yeah, I find that to be the easiest thing for beginners to start with, just to be honest with you. Do it by now. Okay. By the way, .NET drives me nuts. LL C# goes from easy to WTF. Yeah, there's a lot to C#, but a little bit easier for me because I have a multi-year history of professional development with .NET. But static methods infuriate me to no end dealing with threads. Yeah. Oh, trust me, I know. Your boy Cliff says, what is one thing you wish you knew when you started learning to code? Okay, this is an easy one. One thing I wish I knew was I wish I would have been able to tell myself, don't be focused on tiny nuanced detail in the beginning. Just try to just get it. And if you get hung up on something, or rather don't get hung up on something small and let that prevent you from moving onwards, because in the future, if you just hold out and you just keep working and you just keep trying, the gaps will kind of fill in. That actually, and it sounds stupid, that actually is like the one thing that I would have wished I could have told myself when I first started coding. However, I probably wouldn't have listened to it because I've been like, what are you talking about, bro? Shut up. New Horizons says, Alex, web is easier to start since it loses language, since it's a loose language, and you can have syntax errors without breaking anything. Yes, that is because browsers nowadays are very, very, very smart, and they can outdo, or they can accommodate for our mistakes. Alex says .NET and C# are Microsoft. Yes, they are all, this .NET and C# are all Microsoft shop tech. St. Chocolate says, what onboarding work can I do right now for DDIR? It's $DDIR. We'll talk about that tomorrow, dude. But basically, we would get you. I mean, I can give you something to start with tonight after the stream. Actually, if you are indeed prepared, Mr. St. Chocolate. I got something. I got some pre-recorded stuff you can watch, my friend. T-Man Scott says, with software is sucking up jobs like a black hole. What professions do you predict will go first? Oh, man. In all honesty, like fast food workers, for sure. Sounds like, I know what you meant, Scott. It sounds like it might not be the best thing to happen, but because I could think of some things that are actually more useful that could be replaced sooner than later. But I would say definitely like fast food workers. I think that if you go to Roost Chris, like you don't want to have like a fucking robot, or you don't want to like order your food on a tablet, right? Like if you want to have a good experience, I don't think like that. Those kind of food service industry jobs will be lost. And then I think that pretty much any kind of job that involves mundane bureaucratic processes that, quite frankly, like the world wouldn't just be okay without, but would be better without, like jobs that involve just basically giving people paperwork. The DMV line would make a lot of sense to me. Like I'm pretty sure like a computer script could do a lot better than almost all DMV employees I've ever interacted with, even the nice and the good ones. It's no offense to you DMV employees. It's just like, you're kind of just like a pawn for, you just, well, that might be mean. I won't say that. I won't hurt any feelings. $DDIR. New Horizon says, Alex, yes, C# is intermediate language. If I'm thinking of that right, it translates C#, J#. Is this still around? And VB into its .NET sublanguage, and then it compiles it. I mean, basically, like C# is like a upgraded version of VB, because VB.NET, there is no more like upgrades to VB.NET, which, by the way, like thank God, and I've actually done VB.NET code like in the last year, but probably won't again unless, like, I don't know, I land some kind of contract that's like, please, sir, please fix our 10-year-old VB.NET based casino management software, because we'd rather pay you $20,000 to do that than to pay $200,000 to make a whole new system. And in that case, I would do it. But Anthony says, oh yeah, guys. I recently I recently got SIM card swap hacked, and it was done with inside the company. Watch out. They got me for $100 worth of ETH. Dude, thank God you thank God it was only $100 of ETH. Anthony, are you sure it was done from inside their company? If so, dude, let us know what internet service provider what telecom company that did this to you, because I would like to. I have 2 lines of phone service. If it's one of the ones that I'm using, I would like to cancel them just out of principle, and I think everyone on this channel should boycott them. But guys, this is why you guys need to go get one of these. All right, if you don't want to run your own node and you don't want to get a paper wallet, at least get one of these. All right. Now I've lost all my other ledgers in a boating accident. I also lost one in a pigeon accident. That's right. You guys heard it correctly. This pigeon came through this door right there, and it took one out of my hand one time. But this is a brand new one. I'm getting ready to use it. So you guys want to get one of these or find a safer way to custody thine crypto, except for something that's online or a hot, quote unquote hot wallet. But another thing too, guys, that you can do to help prevent SIM card swapping is you can make it to where you have a authorized secondary person on your phone account, and that any changes to the account will require both parties to be in store. It's kind of like multi-sig, but with your phone account, but also kind of not like multi-sig. But that would be a pretty helpful thing to do as well. Antonio says, building a single page app in JavaScript, working with an external API. What kind of app are you working on? New Horizons. Josh is going to correct me though. LOL. I forgot the terms used. Nah, yeah, it's all good, dude. I would New Horizons. I would feel bad for you if you knew a lot about VB.net, my friend. Trust me. You don't want to know a lot about VB.net. Look, you don't even want to know, guys. You don't even want to know that VB.net exists. Just fucking trust me. All right, just guys, you have to just trust me on this, please. Literally, we should all. Anyone in here that is a developer or an engineer, we should all boycott and cancel VB.net. And also that guy, what's his name again? Oh yeah, that Bill Gates character. Not really too much of a fan of him anymore these days, but don't use SMS to secure your account. Yeah, that too. Life on the blockchain sounds good to me. Yeah, dude. That's where I put my enemies. I store them on the blockchain so they can never get out. Appreciate the info. Mr. Horizons also says, no problem. I'm a generic guy and can explain the basics if you have questions, but Josh will be good for the deep stuff. Deep stuff indeed. So guys, I will not be today. I was gonna do my basic Meta Monday intro. With the everyone checking in with the centralized news network. I'm pulling it up right here, but I really don't want to show it to you guys because you know what? Why don't we just cancel? Why don't we just cancel and ban the centralized news network? Guys, you have to start using these. You have to just become cold-hearted, and you have to just start using these same tactics that these awful, nefarious people, they use on us. And it's just very simple. DDIRR. And if you're special, there's a third R. Delay, deny, ignore, refuse, resist. And then what Mr. Sam sounds down here. The real OGs know rug. Rug is the third R. Just rug them. Literally rug everything. Guys, I'm in a better mood than I was last Friday, right? I don't know if you guys could tell. Although I am still quite sick. I am still quite sick and tired of all the BS. But I had a revelation this weekend, guys. Well, let me get a sip of this nice little water right here. Hold on. You guys want some ASMR? Some ELP water drinking ASMR? Hold on. Guys, if it's good enough, should I make an OnlyFans and just do ASMR? Wow, how artistic. I know that I had a realization this weekend, guys. I've seen the light. I have emerged from the blockchain. All right, I've emerged from the blockchain. And I've come to you guys bearing the good news of our Lord and Savior, Satoshi Nakamoto, and his number one disciple, who was indeed a martyr, Mr. John McAfee. Listen, guys. They are doing this whole, well, you guys know what they're doing, but what they're doing is they're doing it way too fast. And it's starting to become a little obvious to even those who would have taken years and years and years to be removed from their denial. And why is that? Boiling frogs. If you put a frog in a pot of water and the water is already boiling, or you turn the water to a stark boil too fast, what is the frog going to do? It's going to hop out, right? So what the way you're supposed to boil a frog, for my guys out here who ain't Cajuns, ain't never gone gigging on frogs before. When you go to boil the frog, you're supposed to put them in normal water first, and then you slowly turn the heat up. All right, and they make me feel less guilty and make me feel more obliged to just do the same thing and just ignore the rules. Like, oh, you want me to touch my nose 3 times, spin around in a circle, and pat myself on the butt before I'm allowed to, I don't know, use the restroom? Do you require yourself to touch yourself on the nose 3 times, turn around, and then 3 times, and then pat yourself on the butt before you go to the bathroom? Oh, you don't? Oh. Okay. Why is that? Oh, there's no reason as to why that. Oh, okay. So rules for thee, but not for we. Or rules for we, but not for thee. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, in that case, essentially, since I am a human born with a certain set of unalienable rights, not limited to, but including life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, I guess it's kind of my own choice to partake in this little unfair game that you're trying to rig here for me. So I'm just not even gonna play the game. You know what, guys? I'm tired of playing that game. To be honest with you, I found a much better game. In fact, there's a lot of better new games, and yeah, I'm not gonna play that old one. It's like the Nintendo, the first Nintendo. It's like it's nostalgic, and every now and again you can play it, but how many times can you beat that same level over and over again? Where you're like, I'm just gonna go to this new console system over here, right? LOL, centralized news network. Yes. Rugging in progress. Yes. No chills for me. Thanks. Yes. Now make that a 10-hour loop. Profit. Make which one? Which part, Christian? You need to tell me which part. Yes, I found out directly by representatives based on the activity of the account. I have Metro PCS, but Metro and T-Mobile were merging. So I don't know. Watch side though. It's unfortunate to hear. Looks like one of my telecom service providers is going to have to get canceled. Sorry, T-Mobile. Suck my FUCKING. A noose. I needed a. I was feeling a new number anyway. Good to know, Anthony. Yes, thank you, Anthony. I'm literally going to go first thing tomorrow. New Horizons says way too fast equals straight depression. We are winning equals Solana sunglasses. I don't have my Solana sunglasses. Where are my Solana sunglasses? Oh, no. I've got these sunglasses. They're not the Solana sunglasses, but hey. Yeah, a little something here for you guys. Okay, hold on. Let me get my Solana sunglasses. Yeah, something. Yeah. These are my blue blackers. Speaking of rugged, the only proper response to this, and I quote Dr. Evil from Austin Powers, how about no? Yes, indeed. It's maritime law. That would be a natural person, a.k.a. Josh, not capital Josh, or all caps JOSHUA. Yes, this guy gets it. This guy right here, guys, he gets it. Christian Soto, that ASMR. rainbow frog emojis. Guys, is anybody else tired of them putting CHEMICALS in the water that turn the friggin' frogs G for Y? Guys, I like sea turtles a lot. In fact, hold on one second. Let me go grab some from you guys. Hold on one second. Here. No, hold on, guys. Here, hold on. Be right back. Hold on.
Dump it again. No. And again.
You guys see this? This is my sea turtle. Fine piece of art. All right. You guys thought I was kidding when I said that I like sea turtles. You guys see this guy? Sits on my my coffee table. He is a sea turtle. His name is Tomas. All right. This is Tomas, the sea turtle. All right. These sea turtles, guys. These sea turtles are, to me, I care more about these sea turtles than I do about the average. More than I do care for the average N space P space C. Let me tell you why. Sea turtles, they weren't meaning no harm. All right, they're innocent. They don't do anything destructive to our environment, and they really just provide the world with cool looking creatures. And what did the average human do? They just kind of take, right? So guys, you should care for the sea turtles more so than you care for those who just want to take and don't give. Buy that dip, says New Horizons. Yes. Sam also with the frog rainbow emoji. The rainbow plus frog emoji. It's a good emoji combo. Good emoji combo. Cody Moose, better keep that away from Light the Destroyer. Yes, he hasn't destroyed the sea turtle. I think Light also cares more for the sea turtle than the average person. So tell you something. Wouldn't that be awesome to get a software dev job working from the Orange Man's company? No woke /SOY people. Yeah, it'd probably be pretty cool, dude. And you probably get paid a lot better than you would elsewhere, I would venture to say. Because, the Orange Man has, has better history in paying people. Even though they made it seem as if he didn't, the Orange Man does have a good track record at paying people some good things. Guys, I'm looking at, I had Centralized News Network pulled up for you guys to do for the regular Meta Monday. The emotional test, I guess we could call it the sentiment test. And I just don't want to. I need to. You know what? Actually, I'm just going to exit this right now. I don't want to show it to you guys. Can't do it. No. Orange bad. Yes. LMAO. Yes. Orange bad, guys. Orange, guys, don't forget, orange equals bad. But guys, I actually would prefer for them to just continue this. And of course, guys, I'm only talking about metaphysically in a video game. I would never be talking about real life, of course, but I would actually prefer for them to just continue doing what they're doing and to just continue to try to be DICTATORS, because that just gives, like I said, I'm tired of the old game, and it just gives me more validity and belief in myself that the right thing to do is just to play a different game. Sorry guys, I'm a little distracted right now, but trying to convey the message properly to you guys. But I think you guys know what I mean. New Horizons says Josh rugged the news. Yeah, no, they rug themselves, guys. The new NEWS, I can't even say that word. The NEWS, they rug themselves. Don't you worry. Keep doubling down to Sam. Oh, they do. Yeah, I do too. Oh my God. Look who we have in the chat right now, guys. Klaus Schwab official. Please join us as the next World Economic Forum, Mr. Josh, sir. Okay, I'll come. But I'm not taking any of the stuff that you want me to take, Mr. Cluse. Sorry. But it was nice meeting you this weekend, Mr. Cluse, by the way. Guys, I told you guys on Friday we have a special treat coming up for you guys. He's going to be in this special treat. Don't worry. It's coming. And Davos is calling. Oh, my God. You guys are hilarious. You guys indeed are hilarious. I guess we'll just start continuing. If we ran through all the questions so far. And I don't want you guys to just ask questions just to ask them to me. But I'll just continue to let you guys know how I feel about things. And on that same topic of them just simply continuing to do what they do, first of all, I've noticed, guys, if you guys were in the Friday stream, talked about a lot of companies are going to be forced to rug themselves, and they've, a lot of employees have already rugged these companies. We talked about the reasons why, so I don't really want to go into those again. But I was putting 2 and 2 together this weekend because, again, I told you guys I emerged from the blockchain. I've emerged from the blockchain with a sense of clarity and did a lot of thinking. And I do believe I said this on Friday, but I believe these companies have already been rugged. So if they rug themselves because they want to obey something that is, I can't even put the proper adjective on it here without getting 25 bad boy tokens deducted from my wallet. But the companies are forced to rug themselves. There'll be nothing left of a lot of these companies, right? You guys in both the ELP chat and the DD chat saw the series of messages, that screenshots I just sent from a large company in particular that happens to have trucks and warehouses everywhere and happens to have a monthly membership. We could say it is a how can we describe this membership, guys? It's like the prime rib, the prime rib of delivery services. And this is probably about no exaggeration, guys, probably about the 10th time that they have solicited me in my email for my software engineering services. It appears that this nationwide delivery service that is considered to be the prime, man, you know what else, guys? I was in the Amazon River the other weekend, but this delivery service is considered to have the prime delivery services. It's appeared to me that through the last couple of months, they begin to get desperate with trying to find good quality engineers to work for them. I wonder why. You guys in the DD and ELP chat, you guys saw the email that I got. I usually just ignore them from these people because I hate these people anyway. I maybe, you know what, too? Let me show you guys this. Oh boy. I'll tell you why I don't like these guys. Let me tell you why, right? If you guys follow my Instagram, you guys have already seen this nice little meme right here. But essentially, this quote unquote company that I'm talking about in particular, this company, if you were to work there, you would essentially be doing and living like this right here. One second, guys. One second. Does this look like a place? Does this look like a type of job that you'd want to? Does this look like a type of job that you'd want to work at? Yeah. I didn't think so. And I usually ignore these people. Maybe I'll just, before in the past of like, I've entertained, just playing games with them just because I think it's funny. But I straight up told them how I felt this time. And quite frankly, hopefully they got the message, although I'll probably get a message from another recruiter later on. Hopefully they remove my name from their record books. I told them how I felt. And I hope they leave me alone. And you got to think, people, and I know before this thing that came to fruition last week, that personally, in these two communities right here, people here that have worked for this company and left because they also don't like being there. I know two people that live in the exact same building that I live in that have rugged from this company. And like I said, guys, they were already desperate before. So if they have to rug themselves, imagine how desperate they're going to get. And back to, I kind of went off path here, but back to the actual reason as to why I was making this point from the first place was I'm noticing, and it's only Monday, guys. It's only Monday, but I'm noticing that a lot of these companies are also just kind of not listening to a special set of new rules. We could consider them to be, I don't know, I guess in the Bible, they would call these a mandate from heaven. Companies are starting to not listen to these rules and just kind of ignore them because they know that they've already been rugged by their employees. They're already legacy code, literally legacy code. And I'm not just talking about software companies, but just all these companies, it's over. It's fucking over, guys. It is over. They're going to zero faster than the United States dollar is going to go. And one particular example, and this isn't an American company per se, but it's about as close to an American company as you could get. Somebody also in the DD community up here had a email given to them from quite some time ago that they were supposed to be able to do to partake in this MANDATE, and he pretty much told them no, not doing it. Sorry, I'm not going to be forced into doing that. No, thank you. And then he got an email. No one has said anything to him after he just DDIR did. Delay, deny, ignore, refuse, resist, did it. And nobody, just basically weeks and weeks and weeks went by. And then they had this time period where if you didn't do this kind of thing before this date, you couldn't come to work anymore. And he just showed up to work that day. And he actually was hoping that they were going to tell him, you have to leave, so that he could finally be a victim. So that the people that are supposed to, the people who can finally act like victims, like most people like to do. People love to act like victims, right? I would definitely be acting like a victim too. I'd be abusing the shit out of that, just like a lot of people wrongfully do so. Because in this case, you would have actually been a victim, in my humble opinion. And they just didn't say anything to him. Why? Because they know. They just essentially, it appears, now I don't know this company personally, but it appears they just simply did this to make it seem like they were following the rules. Following the rules. They wanted to have the extra 25 good boy tokens deposited to their wallets. So they're not actually doing it. So what does that tell you guys? It appears my hypothesis is going exactly as predicted. These rules, there are no rules anymore, guys. There are no rules, especially when you're playing a game and one side is allowed. It's just totally okay for one side to ignore the rules, but they make the other side enforce those. If they enforce those rules on the other side, what kind of self-respecting person? I'm serious. Look at me. If you're not looking if you're not looking at your phone, on your computer screen, literally look at me in the eyes. What kind of fucking self-respecting person would allow that? If it's something you don't want to do, okay? If you want to do it, then by all means, go ahead and do it. I may judge you in my mind, but I'm not going to go and insult you like I see some other people that believe the opposite way of the way that I believe doing. Literally, I've seen people literally do it, shaming people. I won't do that to you. Trust me. I don't have time to do that to you. In fact, I have what's called a life, and I have actual work to do, and I have a limited amount of energy, so I won't do that. But if you don't want to do that, what kind of fucking self-respecting person would allow that? Would allow that to be done to themselves? Like, guys, seriously, if you do that, you have no self-respect. So go ahead. Do it. Do it because you need your wagey cage instead of having to solve a problem that, by the way, many of your ancestors had to solve and did somehow because you're here. And they certainly weren't afraid of it. And if they were afraid of it, regardless, they walked through that dark cave and no matter what anyway, and they just figured it the fuck out. But if you do it and you don't want to, first of all, you don't respect yourself enough as a human. Which is not good. All right. Then you have your own set of problems you have to deal with. But you're just gonna think even less of yourself. Okay. Don't believe me? Go ahead. Find out. I don't just make this stuff up. Like, I've been a person who didn't respect themselves before, and it took time, guys. It took time to get out of that. But continuing to allow people to do things like that to you, especially something as I would consider that an act of violence, literally an act of violence. And it's so funny because the people who I won't name names because in all honesty, it's a large different subset of people who think the opposite way of me are the same people who victim, adjective, label. Wah, bah, 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 bah. But want to just happen to ignore that the thing that we're talking about is literally an act of fucking violence. Literally an act of fucking violence. You guys, you hear that, right? I'm not trying to be dramatic here. I'm just voicing my opinion. An act of fucking violence. But all right, guys, hold on. Calm myself down, all right? Woosah. St. Chocolate says, does YT have an unofficial list of unmentionable words? If they did, they most certainly wouldn't let me have it. But St. Chocolate, I just assume that anything is BAD space SPEAK. All right. Because in 2021, you can never be too careful when your life and well-being happens to depend off of an algorithm. The news, the NEWS outlets, as well as the dinosaurs in the, I can't even say that. I gotta be afraid to say that word, zone, aka DC, even though it's just a fucking color. They are going out with a bang soon. Yeah, I would probably, I would agree with that, man. Like, legacy tech, legacy organizations, legacy code, legacy thoughts, legacy game, brah. Legacy game, brah. You want to play the new game is better, brah. We made that for a reason, except for RuneScape, of course. Old school RuneScape, far superior than the new one. Did they rug themselves? It appears that they don't want to rug themselves New Horizons, and that's what exactly as I predicted. Meh. I hope they do rug themselves out, because in actuality, here's what's probably going to happen. Ooh, guys. Ooh, I'm about to look into this metaphorical crystal ball and tell you guys the future, because, oh my God, like, I'm so smart to be able to predict. It would take so much. It would take so much brain power to be able to foresee such a thing that I'm about to say. But here's what I am going to predict. Now, you guys didn't listen to what we said, so now we're going to have to enforce even harder rules on you guys. And now insert even more ridiculous rules here. And then they will rug themselves. It's like this, New Horizons. It's like you hand in these companies I don't have a knife over here. You hand in these and I would never have a knife, by the way, guys, because only in a video game, because knives, they only KILL people. They can't be used for things like filleting fish, right? So we would never want such an awful thing as a knife. It's a no. That's a no. It's a no. But it'll essentially be like they're handing a knife to these companies, and they're like, "Listen, here's a knife. All right, I need you. Just be a good company, and just, I know you guys, you're already bleeding out anyways. Just take this and ram it through your jugular. And if you don't, we're just going to do it. So you can either do it yourself or we're going to do it. So either way." Santiago says that reply was Uber based. Thank you. St. Chocolate knows what I'm talking about, guys, because he saw the message. Living like, and I wasn't mean to him, was I, St. Chocolate? I was honest, right? Living like a robot. What .in .d .he double hockey sticks. That's what I told the centralized Dumbo company and a recruiter whose company wanted to force their juice their employees. GFY. The floor is the best part, LOL. That was all the liquid in the Matrix pods. Yes. Everyone is DDIRRing. Yes. I love how I talked about Python in here and now getting Python ads on Facebook. I'm not using OBS right now. Otherwise, I would play this song right here. Wow, man. So, man, silence Horizon. Silence BIGOT. That's a conspiracy theory. World is becoming a version of Cloud Atlas. Yes, HARVEY WEIN was ARRESTED for the same coercive behavior. If you didn't let him INJECT something in your body, you couldn't work. Right. Go figure. Think. Oh, sorry. We don't do that here. No step on snack. Pure heat. 100. No step on snack. Yes. Danger noodles. Oh my goodness, Mike! You guys, stop it, you guys. You're being mean. Just stop it. But guys, fear not. For the days of the techno yacht, those who know. All right, the days the techno yacht are drawing nigher and nigher to us than we think. And most of these said techno pirates, pretty solid people, pretty solid, insurmountable amount of skills. Would be a shame for a dying society to lose this good group of people to go somewhere else where they're treated better. Huh. Rugged, guys. Just rugged. Christian Soto says, honestly, man, your streams help me relax. Good, Christian. I hope they do. I hope they do, my friend. I hope they do. They help me relax too, because then I get to, instead of having to go outside, and you guys remember, one of my Spartan September goals was to be nicer to normies. Instead of having to go outside and then fantasize about strangling some of them and then like ripping their jugular out and then drinking their blood, I get to come in here event. So, you know, it's a good thing. Now I'm actually being nicer to them. I have been being nice to them a little bit. I don't know. Pavla says that I need to be even nicer than I am now. I don't go out of my way to be mean to people. That's for sure. But when people go out of their way to not leave me alone, I will definitely either covertly and or overtly let it be known that they are annoying me. For example, guys, and this is kind of like, and this is just kind of the person I am a lot of times, but I have a lot of things I have to do throughout the day. And I don't feel like making small talk, quite frankly, because guys, this isn't, again, you got to keep in mind, this is year 2021. To me, most interactions I have, people feel like I'm interacting with a robot who can only do very, very, very base level pre-programmed logic. So I don't enjoy it. I don't really want to entertain it. And at the same time, it's painful, literally painful to me. Like it'll make my heart beat. I'm like, oh, just, what the fuck am I doing here? I don't want to talk about this. Get the fuck out of here. So unless you're engaging in a conversation with me about something that's actually important in life, which nobody fucking talks about anything important anymore in real life, right? Like you guys go out and about and just go listen to people's conversations and see what they're talking about. Go ahead and try. Most people aren't talking about literally anything important. They're talking about like the example that I'm about to say right now. So I went to go wake up early, and because I don't have air conditioning in my house currently, because of bureaucratic processes that could be replaced by code and are unnecessary, I don't want to cook in my house because it would produce heat from the pan. So I went to my favorite breakfast place. This is a place called, well, maybe I won't disclose the location because I love the sweethearts that work there. They're very good people. And I'm in line just trying to order my food. Not trying to talk to random people about things that are not important at all because I need to hurry up and get somewhere literally within 20 minutes of me being there. And I'm just sitting in line, and this dude who I'm assuming was from like the New York area comes up to me mid conversation of me giving this lady my order, which is, I don't know why people don't think that like can't like understand that that's like not socially acceptable. But if you guys don't know that, if someone's giving an order of food or giving a food order to somebody, or just really if someone that you don't know is just talking to somebody in general, you let them finish first before you go and try to talk to them. But he didn't. He comes up and he just starts saying really loud in this small restaurant, "Brah, like what kind of fucking shoes are those, brah? Those things are so sick. I ain't never seen those things before, brah. That's like the newest pair of Nikes I've ever seen. Man, like, where'd you get them things at?" And I just like looking at the cashier and just like stop talking and just look at this guy. Because I wanted him to know because he didn't know. I wanted him to know that he cut me off talking to this lady giving my order. And I said, at this place called the Nike store, you might have heard of it before. In that exact tone of voice, I said exactly like that. I wasn't like, at this fucking place called the fucking Nike store. Have you heard of it before? You fucking insert word here. Just said it like that. And boy, did he get upset. "Oh, brah. Brah, you fucking asshole." Freaked out. Very, very, it was, you guys know, I'm not that very tall. Shorter than me. Quite skinnier than me. Acting like he's on more testosterone than I am for some reason, even though he certainly didn't look like it. And he starts screaming, literally screaming and causing a scene inside of this restaurant, or these poor ladies are just trying to do their job. And I'm just like, dude, like, I don't like, are you really like, did that hurt your feelings? I don't know what you expected. First of all, I don't know you. Second of all, I don't want to talk to you or anybody right now. Third of all, I was in the middle of making an order. Fourth of all, fuck you, go away, suck my fucking cock, and die. Oh, and then also go jump off a roof. But he just started to scream, and then I just waited. I went to go sit down, wait for my food, and he like screams at me and walks backwards out of. Just walks backwards while he's screaming. He doesn't like look where he's walking, so he could stay yelling at me out of the place. And then he went and sat at a table outside, and I could just see him at the glass window. I'm just there waiting for my food, trying my own business, trying to answer DMs and emails on my phone. And he's outside still screaming at me through the window. So I just said, like, dude, like, I can't hear you. So you want to, like, I just went like this, like, my chair was right here. The other chair, the guest chair next to me was right here. I was like, you can come sit and talk if you want. You want to come be a big boy, come talk. And he just left. So, you know, I don't purposely go out of my way to be mean to the normies, but if you oh, sorry guys. Got a second moment again. Here we go. Hold on. Woo-saw. Calm down, Josh. Calm down. If you are a normie, I probably don't want to associate. Although you guys in here, you guys are not normies. You guys are pretty based. But if you just happen to be a normie and you happen to see me somewhere, unless you have something either positive, uplifting, or productive to talk to me about, and then I'll talk to you. And I'll probably be very nice to you, actually. You can ask my friends. I'm a pretty nice guy. Some people tell me I'm actually too nice, believe it or not. Just please don't interrupt me when I'm talking to somebody, or don't provoke me to put myself in a situation to where I am going to be mean to you, because then I definitely will be mean to normies. But other than that, I think I've been doing a better job, at being nice to normies. You know, it's part of the sport in September. New Horizon says, about normies, as a wise penguin once said, smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Yep. Smile and wave. Smile and wave. You didn't see anything. Wave his hands. This isn't the stream I was looking for. New Horizons, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry I upset you, friend. Solo Dean, normie things. Oh, New Yorkers. Yeah, Solo gets it. He knows. LOL, HAHA. In the South, everybody talks to everybody, but at least we don't act like it. Scott, I know that Miami is literally the most south part of the United States as possible, but the people that come and talk to you do not come and talk to you like people from the South. Those people totally don't mind it. They're like, hey, how are you? Have a good day. Let me hold the door open for you. And let me tell you, thank you for holding the door open for me. Here, it's like you have to forcibly do the opposite, and you adapt. You adapt and you get used to it. Similar to New York, I would say it's a lot less bad as New York. So, Anthony Peterson says, you're normal. No, Anthony, if you're in here and you're watching this channel, you are not a normie. Maybe you're normal, but you're not a normie. Don't worry. Smile and nod. Yeah. So right, man. So right. Thank you, Nick. I'm glad you agree with me. But, like, guys, just, again, I'm not telling you guys advice, but even more validity. And you guys got to realize, like, obviously we have a large population of normies in the United States, let alone the whole world. But you got to realize, like, a lot of the normies are going to just, like, they're like a Python script. And you can just open up the console, you can open up Vim, and you can just say system out.println, say these things, and they'll say that. So you're gonna, like, when a script does its job and runs said script, like, you can't take it personally. But if you do have the ability to critically think and think for yourself and you can actually, you're more of like an artificial intelligence, like an AI, except, oh wait, you're not artificial, you're organic. So you should be able to think for yourself. But I know that's kind of been programmed out of us these days. I do believe, guys, that they are gonna, they're gonna keep trying to turn that heat up a little too fast. And as I said before in the previous stream titled "The Great Ruggening," the Great Ruggening has begun, guys. So it's time for all of us to take advantage, take care of ourselves, live life, enjoy life, guys. I don't like spending money on things that I don't need. I bought a $95 with taxes. It was $104 bathing suit with fried eggs, little fried egg images all over it. So I wanted to go to the beach with Pavlo, and Pavlo got Bogdanov bathing suits, guys. Pavlo got a pair of Bogdanov bathing suits. If you don't believe me, DM him and ask him. His were more expensive than mine. Well, let's just go enjoy the beach. Just enjoy, like good old Aaron Clary says. Enjoy the decline, guys. Don't be upset, and realize that the downfall of something usually leads to the birth of something even better. And if you know that you're a person, you have a valuable skill set, and you have people like these companies that emailed me today and have been emailing me, go ahead. Have realization, have some self-respect, realize that you are a valued person, that your skills are quite valuable, and tell them whatever you want, because quite frankly, they won't be around. Let's be nice. They won't be around in 10 years. I think it's going to be a lot less than that, but they won't be around in the next 10 years. If they do, they'll be completely different and or a hollow shell of what they were. And or they won't need humans anymore to run those operations. So sure, that's fine, but take advantage of it. All right, and literally play the newer, better game. Play the newer, better game. The one that treats you the best. The one with the rules that you think are actually fair. And if you don't have one of these skills, guys, we're only 13 days into Spartan September. Start learning something. Literally, guys, if you can learn, and if you've ever changed the oil in your car, I'm sure that you can learn to do basic air conditioning maintenance. And if you could fix an air conditioner after you've learned before 10 days, then you've already done better than any of the companies that I have had to deal with and pay money to recently, or spend time, recently, in the last 10 days, because quite frankly, because people are incompetent, and you would probably do pretty good if you just simply tried and you just simply did the bare minimum, and you just simply, responded swiftly and effectively. Man, can't even imagine the amount of people who would use your fucking services for just not being insert mean adjective here. Solo says, in New York, being miserable is the normal, so much to the point where even waving at a stranger is offensive. Yeah, dude. I don't like that place, man. I don't like that place. When I went there, I was like, it's not really for me, to be TBH. Wayne Emery says, good etiquette will you get your head. Yeah, it will. And it's like, you don't have to be like a pansy to just hold the door open for somebody. Like, it would be a shame to live in a place where you feel like you would have to just to defend yourself or protect yourself, or to like not be looked upon as a pushover, to be able to open doors for people, like the old lady who can't push herself on the stroller and has a dog in one hand. Anthony Peterson says, yeah, I have to meme mug everywhere I go so people don't start unnecessarily conversation. Yeah. I usually ignore people. That's what I try to do. Nick Sledge says, I left my car open for 2 hours while hiking down here, and no one stole anything. Good sign. You are in good neighborhood, my friend. Good neighborhood. Chad Donerschwan says, Josh, I want to start a business for doing additional stream of income to achieve escape velocity. Advice? Oh, crap, guys. I realized 10, and I oh, my God. The Cultivate Crypto, the Crypto Mindset webinars are going on soon. I got to get in there, guys. But Chad, I guess I would say that, well, then, guys, don't freak out, guys. I'm just kidding. They didn't post the link yet. What I would say, Chad, would be, first of all, what are you good at, dude? What are you good at? What can you do that you can do efficiently? And can you give that as a service to somebody in one way, shape, or form and do it better than other people are? If you have something in mind like that, then definitely at least give it a try. It usually takes time. Like, guys, it usually takes over a year minimum to at least get some escape velocity. Not in life, like you're talking about, Chad, which is going to require another stream of income, but escape velocity in a business that you open or start. So, like, you have to actually sit and try. But other than that, if you don't have anything in mind in particular, obviously development, coding, programming, that's a pretty good one. Definitely is an easy thing to do for a second stream of income. You can cryptocurrency. I mean, it wouldn't be consistent, but when it's good, I'm sure, indeed it would be good. You know what I mean, my friend? You make the right move. If there's something you're good at, you can teach people. If you're good at manual labor, you can easily spend time doing manual labor on the weekends, picking up a job here or there, doing that. Literally anything. Like, there's so much things on the internet available to give you money. It is insane. Chad, I don't know how good looking you are, but in all honesty, you can literally open up an OnlyFans page and pimp yourself. Or, you can manage and organize other people's OnlyFans and take some of their income from them. I know somebody who does that. They do pretty good. I know a couple people who do that and do pretty good. So, and just requires you to be on your phone. So, a few things at the top of my head. I can't tell you to do exactly what I do because I, don't know if you want to do that, but, have a YouTube channel. I haven't made any money from this YouTube channel yet, but I'm sure I will eventually. My friend. New Horizon says, hell yeah, enjoying the decline as I watch these green candles. Indeed. Are we green right now? Are we green, mate? Are we green? Link is posted. I think to 10:30ish. They'll probably be late. Gerard Parker, in the hoose, be wise as vipers, but gentle as doves. Man, that's a good saying. What do you think about it, Josh? Yeah, dude, I think that's a fucking great saying, dude. Be wise as vipers and gentle as doves. That is exactly how you should be, guys. Guys, you should be so unconsciously competent at all things that you do in life that, as opposed to doing what a normal person would do and be like, have to brag or overplay how they are in life, you should be kind of like embarrassed to be so much better than people that you're interacting with that you want to play yourself down so that you can kind of like throw an invisibility cloak on and, not have to deal with people being like, oh my God, you're so good. How'd you do that? Or asking you 1,000 questions. Not that, I'm not talking about you guys. Ask me questions. This is the AMA stream, but I think that saying is similar to that. Be wise as a viper and gentle as a dove. Like, you want to conceal your power level, gentlemen. But in order to do that, you have to be superbly, unconsciously competent at all things that you do. As my good friend Pavlo from Future You would say, you just can't help. I just can't help but to be unconsciously competent at all things that I do. Gerardo says programming. Yes. Punch emoji. Remember the movie They Live? That's how people these days. Yep. Me, Pavlo, Fido, and Sam were talking about that movie a lot this weekend. We were talking about the movie a lot. It's funny that you bring that up because, yep. This guy gets it, guys. This guy right here gets it. Bring it on. The people are very angry. Oh, yeah, they are. In the world we live in today, to remain poor is a choice. Yep. Both in mind, body, spirit, and finances. Yes, guys. Yes, we have the internet. We have unlimited information instantly available at our fingertips. Okay. Some of you might not be able to process it as fast as others, but at the end of the day, we all have computing power in our heads and we can all process things. Okay. Yeah. When the French start to rise up, shit got real. Good point, man. Good point, homie. Good point. All right, guys. I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying this content. We need to get to 1,000 subs before 2022. We need to get to 1,000 subs before one Big Mac equals $1 million. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I will see you guys on Wednesday. And as all, you know what? I do still have a surprise coming for you guys. Okay. Don't worry. It's already beginning. But as always, I love you guys. I'm out. Later.